All right. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope that you guys have had a fantastic start to this wonderful new year and are ready to get started, ready to achieve these book publishing goals, ready to do the work so that we can get this done in 2022. All right. No more excuses. No more procrastination. It is time for us to get to work. So, welcome. For those of you who are tuning in for the very first time, I am Shantae Williams. I am the owner of Relentless Publishing House, and I am here to give you 5 strategies to help you get your right on in 2022. So, listen, do me a favor. Go ahead and share this broadcast out with somebody that you know needs to hear these strategies so that they can get their book done this year. So, really quick, some information about Relentless Publishing House. Whom do we service? We work with nonfiction authors, aspiring authors of all ages who are ready to invest in self-publishing their books. We are going into our 4th year, OMG, and we've helped over 100 plus authors to self-publish books. I am so excited to have the opportunity, to have the privilege to help so many aspiring authors and some seasoned authors to get their next first book or next book finished. So I am absolutely excited. All right. So here are just a very small sample of books that we have done last year. The only one that is not out is Dear Single Woman. That one will be out this year. But this is just a very small sample of the variety of book covers, journals, that we have done for our clients in 2021. All right, so now let's get down to why you guys are here on today. Let's talk about 5 strategies to help you get your right on in 2022. Number 1, you're going to have to prioritize and schedule your writing time. Probably the most reason I hear from a lot of authors is the reason why they do not have their book done. They say, "Oh, I don't have the time. I don't have the time." But one thing that I have found out, even in my own author journey, that one, if I don't prioritize my writing, then it's not going to get done. And if I don't schedule it, it's not going to get done. So what does that mean? What does that look like? I need to look at my schedule and say, okay, where do I have a gap in time of at least 30 minutes that I can commit to writing? That I can sit down and outline, I can sit and I can think about the different things that I may want to write about, the different ideas that I have. Where in my schedule do I have these gaps? And then I'm going to put those times and days in my phone so that they can come up as alerts, right? We schedule everything else but our writing. And so we're going to have to prioritize our writing in 2022. Just speaking it is not going to manifest it. You actually have to do some work. So I want you to look at your schedule and be realistic. You do not have to schedule hours of writing time. And listen, the probability of you writing a book in a weekend is very slim. Don't put that type of pressure on yourself. Okay? Look at your schedule every week and say, what days are best for me that I'm not going to be mentally exhausted, I'm not going to be physically tired, that I'm not going to have so much going on that I can say, you know what, I can take 30 minutes this day, I can take 30 minutes that day, I can take 30 minutes that day. You may have 2 to 3 days a week, or maybe you just have 2 days a week. The point is being consistent. Okay, so you're going to have to make your writing a priority, and then you're going to have to schedule it. When are you actually going to sit down and write? All right. And then number 2, you got to count the cost and make the investments. Too many aspiring authors, they get all giddy about writing a book, but then they don't know what it costs them. So a lot of aspiring authors have manuscripts already written, but because they didn't count the cost before they started, they got discouraged. And they said, oh my gosh, I can't afford this. Do your research. Count the cost on what is it going to cost you financially to get your book published. Compare different publishing companies. Look at what their packages offer and see which one fits what you're looking for. And then make the investments, you guys. Which means if you're doing that work now and you see it's going to cost you, look at your budget and then start putting money aside so that you can have money available to publish your book. All right. And then we want to, number 3 is research. Whatever genre that you're going to be writing in, if you're a fiction writer or if you're a nonfiction writer, it's up to you to figure out, right? To identify what genre am I writing in now. Relentless, we work with nonfiction. So that's going to be your inspirational, your religion, your self-help, your business books, your children's books, journals, memoirs, things of that nature. So then if I'm going to write a devotional, all right, let me research what are the top devotionals looking like? What do their covers look like? Right? What does the inside look like? How many pages is it? What is the price? What are the reviews? I want to do that research. What does it take to be a successful author in this genre? Genres do not cross over. Each genre has its own set of rules, and you want to make sure you understand what those rules are, so that when you put your book in that genre, it's going to be highly competitive, excuse me. All right. And then number 4, you want to get an accountability partner, right? Reality is a lot of us, we have these great goals, but because we don't have anybody to hold us accountable, it does not get done. Team up with another aspiring author. Team up with somebody who has already published a book, but make sure that they have the time to dedicate to help make sure that you succeed. All right? Make sure that they have the time to help you succeed in achieving your goal in writing and publishing in 2022. And last and certainly not least, set a completion date. What date do you want your book in your hand? And then you work backwards. All right. So if I say I want my book out by summer, by midsummer, right? So let's just say that's July 1st. Then I know I need to be able to submit my manuscript by April to my editor. Yeah. You gotta know when you want your book done and then work backwards so that you're not trying to rush and that you don't compromise the quality of your book because you're trying to meet a certain release date that you really aren't prepared to meet because you did not make the accommodations beforehand. Okay? So set a completion date. When do you want your book in your hand? Is it feasible? Right? And you want to give yourself at least 12 weeks, you guys. I know that there are a lot of people out there telling you, oh, you can write a book in 30 days. Okay. How many of those books that have been written in 30 days are actually profitable, are actually worth reading? I'm not saying there's none out there, but I want you to ask yourself, is that feasible for me? Give yourself time to go through the process the correct way so that you can produce a quality book that's going to keep selling and selling and selling while you're even sleeping. All right. So those are 5 strategies to help you get your right on in 2022. Now, how can Relentless help you in that? I'm glad that you wanted to know. We have revamped our Authors Roundtable, which is our group coaching program. We've took out some things. We've lowered the price to make it more affordable. So listen, I had to go back to the drawing board with my coach. And I was like, listen, I know this is a good program, but I think the price point is scaring people. What can I do? Sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board. Don't be afraid to rewrite something if you're not feeling it. Okay? Don't be afraid to scrap it and start over. That's what I did. Scrapped it and start over. All right. So our Authors Roundtable is a 6-month group coaching program where we will meet bi-weekly on Monday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern via Zoom. There will be a monthly writing sessions. You get a free aspiring author kit, and then you get one 30-minute book strategy session with me so that we can discuss your book idea, so I can help you develop your plan and help you in your writing process. All right, so we start February the 7th. The investment is $997. You can secure your seat with a $200 deposit, and then the balance has to be paid by June 30th. All right, all sales are final. There are no refunds. So you can go to bit.ly/TAR22 and you can go ahead and secure your seat today. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to help you reach your goal in 2022 of becoming a published author. Now, listen, this program is for authors who are ready to go to work. They're ready to get rid of excuses. They're ready to stop procrastinating. They want a more hands-on approach. They need that type of accountability to make sure that they get their book done this year. This program is not for authors who are lazy, who always have an excuse, who are not teachable, and who will not do the work. This program is not for you. This program is for authors who say, you know what, this is my year. I'm ready to invest. Let's get going. This is who this program is created for. So if that is you, or if it's somebody you know, share the information with them so that they can complete their goal of becoming a published author in 2022. Maybe you're working on your second book and you just couldn't get motivated enough and you're thinking, why is this so hard? Once you do the first one, sometimes that second one is not so easy, right? And you need just a little bit more. Listen, you can join this program as well. But listen, that's not all. We also have a program for our junior writers. Yes. So, how can Perry help your junior writer? Listen, if you do not know, Perry the Panda is our mascot for Perry's Junior Book Club, which is our writing book club for young writers ages 5 through 18. We relaunched this program last summer and it was absolutely amazing. And I'm so excited of all of my junior authors. So excited of all of them. So this year it is going to be a 5-week e-course that starts on June 4th. All of the sessions will already be loaded in there. And then halfway through it, I will come and do a live session with them to follow up to see exactly where they are. But listen, parents and guardians, it is your responsibility to make sure they meet the deadline. This is a 5-week course, which means they have 5 weeks to write a children's book. This is a 10-page children's book. 5 pages will be illustrations, and then the other 5 pages will be the actual writing of the book. Okay, so that's how it's 10 pages. And this is, I'm only doing picture books this year. I'm not doing chapter books like I did last year. Not doing that. So this is strictly a children's picture book. 5 illustrations, 5 pages of writing. Okay, 5 illustrations, 5 pages of writing. So I am so excited to have this again. So we will open up registration for that on next week. $100 is due at registration, and the balance is due May 30th this year. The total cost is $497. Okay, they also get 10 free copies of the book that they write to help them make their first 10 sales. Okay, so I'm investing in their, not only their author journey, but their author business. Okay, so we want you to go ahead and start talking to your children now and ask them, do they have a desire to write a book? Okay, and really make sure that they're going to be disciplined and they're mature enough, and that you are going to put the time in to help them as well. All right, so I'm so excited. Perry is ready. Listen, I have a sample of Perry, and he is so adorable. I have to kind of make some tweaks to him, but listen, he's ready to do another session. with our junior writers. All right, so listen, you guys, if you're ready or if you have more questions, go to our website, relentlesspublishing.com, schedule a free 15-minute consultation today. All right, we are ready to assist and help you, and we are ready to make sure that you meet your writing and publishing goals of 2022. Yes, thank you so much, Cherie. Her daughter is a two-time product of our children's club. She was in our very first cohort when it was Young Writers Academy, and then she joined on last year when we kind of switched things up and totally rebranded it. And I'm gonna tell you something, Miss Nia is an amazing author. She is an amazing author. She has a wonderful creativity, and that's what I love about the program, because it nurtures that natural creativity our kids have. You know, there's no limitations to their creativity, and I absolutely love it. All right, you guys. So listen, that's all I have today. So listen, don't forget the 5 strategies to help you get your write on. I'm gonna put those up again. Prioritize and schedule your writing. Count the cost and make the necessary investments. Listen, we invest in what we don't know to help the learning curve, to help save time. Right? Do your research on the genre that you're writing in to make sure that what you're writing is in line with what's already industry standard. Get you an accountability partner to help you reach those goals, and then set a completion date and work backwards. All right? Listen, you guys, as we say at Relentless, it is never too late to get your write on. We hope to see you in either the Authors Roundtable or to see your junior writer in the Perry Juniors Book Club this summer. But whatever you do, don't procrastinate in 2022. Don't make any more excuses as to why your book cannot be done. This is just the beginning of the year. We're only 6 days in. Okay, so there's no reason anybody should be saying I cannot. It should be I can, I will, I shall. Let's get it done. All right, do your research. Find a publishing company. If you don't want to work with Relentless, find one that can help you. Find one that meets where you are. The goal is for you to get it done. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining. Again, I am Shantae Williams, owner of Relentless Publishing House, where we help nonfiction authors of all ages to self-publish their books. All right. So I want to see you get your write on, because I want to celebrate you. All right, you guys, have a great one. Bye-bye.